Hello everyone, and thanks for attending to this presentation. Thanks, Greg, for having me here again. We're going to talk a little bit about Colombia. Colombia, Baroyeca is, we presented before for Greg, so we're going to give some updates maybe for you as a new company or you are following up with us. First and foremost, cautionary statement. We're going to have like forward-looking statements in this presentation, and I am a geologist by training, so I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on the merits of the projects. I warn everybody about that. Company has a strong management. I think the text is not very big, but we got myself, President Rick Wilson, as the CEO of the company, Doug Eckert, CFO, Marta Cecilia, our country manager, lawyer from Colombia, 20 years of experience. We got a special advisor, John Robbins from Discovery Group, Paul Harris, newsletter writer. He lives in Medellin, a Colombian background, and we got Bill Carr. Capital structure of the company is very tight. Company exists now for almost a year and a half public, 53 million shares, all in very good hands. Insiders and management, we own about like 30%. The stock was really robust, crescent curve. We went up to 50 cents almost a month ago. We exercised warrants at 45. We got an oversubscribed financing of 35 cents in February. Strong treasure. We still have over $2 million in the deal. And let's get to the chase. So we're in Colombia, and we only have 2 projects. We're not amassing a large amount of projects. We're focused in 2, and we stick to our plan. So we have the Torcha, it's a primary silver project, and we got Santa Barbara, it's a high-grade gold project. The Torcha is a district-scale property, it's 2,600 hectares, and is located in the core of the Santa Ana Frias Colonial Silver District. We rediscovered the district 10 years ago. Colombia is very well known for gold, for copper, for coal, for emeralds, but never silver has been in the map. And actually, Colombia has some of the richest veins in the world. Actually, it's in the top percentage in terms of grades and continuity. We got 2,600 hectares, just shy of that, on almost a square block with a number of structures. And in the past 12 months, we identified more than 200 occurrences, only in 30% of the project that we keep sweeping and conducting ground exploration. And we started drilling. We completed phase 1, and we got results up to over 2 kilos, 1.2 kilos, 1 kiloton silver equivalent. And out of 12 holes, we got more than 35 intersects, so it's more than 2 intersects per hole, and they all average about half a kilo plus silver equivalent over half a meter. So we're in mineable widths, and this is only surface exposures between 25 and 50 meters below surface. The other project is Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is a high-grade vein deposit. It's in the northern tip of the Serranía de San Lucas. By many, is the richest gold belt in Colombia. Veins are mesothermal, hosted in basement, and they have consistent grades in our channel samples and our exploratory tunnels of 1 ounce per ton or more. The company has a custom-built pilot processing plant, and we are ramping up bulk sampling. We announced our first 500-ton bulk sample is made out of 50 10-ton discrete samples, subsamples over the entire length of an exploratory tunnel, and we got, including a little bit of dilution with the wall rock, a staggering 24 grams per ton average, weighted average head grades. Now, in the past few months, we didn't put any news releases because it was all underground development where we're accessing the second vein, we're accessing the third vein, and on an acquisition that we extended our land position in the project, we are refurbishing the former Mariana mine, which is 100 meters away from the plant. All the upgrades that we did in the mine are intended to be for simultaneous processing of 2 to 3 bulk samples and generate non-dilutive cash flow out of those exploratory methods. So here's a Torcha. We're in the middle of the phase 2 exploration drilling. A little bit of the merits of the project. Where's the laser here? So this is our property as a almost 5 kilometer block. We got a corridor that comes from El Oasis of Porvenir mines to the south, straight into the property, and opens like a horsetail. And there's a number of subparallel structures. And this is the Santa Ana, Real de Minas de Santa Ana colonial silver camp from the Spanish and British periods. And also there's the Frias mine from the British. That these mines in the past, they have a colonial record of concentrates exceeding 10 kilos per ton silver and not taking the gold into consideration. To date, this is the northwestern quadrant of the property. In it, every big purple circle indicates samples in excess of 1 kilo per ton silver equivalent, and we got a number of them. If you look at the scale, we're looking at 500 meters, so this is several kilometers of strike length of the structures. We tested Laie on phase 1 because of accessibility, and now we're moving to this other side where we got another set of parallel veins. Our LiDAR interpretation keeps showing and proving that these corridors, these primary corridors that we can see before the regional faulting, are still the mineralized structures, our primary targets, and there's nothing better than actually walking and prospecting to find the veins actually in situ. So this is a summary of Laie. We covered 400 meters in strike length. It's a set of 2 main parallel veins with several smaller. As I said before, the average grade is over half a kilo per ton silver equivalent over widths of half a meter in stacked veins, plus several satellite structures and peaks up to 2.2, 1.2 kilos per ton silver equivalent right at surface. Phase 2, this is what we released last Friday. So we are continuing this structure to the southwest. Maybe they tie together. We got a number of parallel veins. Our first hole intersected 2 of them. They're about 1.5 meters wide. Hole number 2 intersected the same ones. Now we're going hole number 3. As we see in this image, we're so close to surface that there's some surface weathering. You see all the rustiness and all the composition of the core, and then some areas that actually maintain the quartz and the sulfides. So where we got this is actually we got up to 4 grams gold, and over 400 grams silver real, but about 700 grams plus per ton silver equivalent. And unfortunately, what is washed out is washed out, and but it needs an explanation. We're very satisfied with the results. We're seeing these 2 continuous, consistent structures. We're going to follow along strike. Our starting point is the outcrop at surface. We are not drilling under the shade of any head frame. So this is what we have, and we expect with all the numbers of showings that eventually we'll replicate the same assays or better as we got at Laie. Santa Barbara is a different project. Santa Barbara has this pilot processing plant. We've been working on upgrades, maintenance, repairs, and complying with all the health and safety, but unfortunately we don't have press releases on development, so tunnel upgrades, ventilation, railing, all that stuff that we did at the mine. But we widened the main haulage tunnel. We got, what have I done? We got new railing. We widened for safety the haulage tunnel. We're going to start increasing throughput, accessing veins number 2 and 3 for sampling, and also the Mariana mine, which is next to the pilot plant. We're actually refurbishing, and we're accessing the vein, which is by the mine face really close. Or we're going to try to get 3 bulk samples running simultaneously. The gold grades in surface in all the veins that we sample are in excess of 10 grams per ton gold, which is very exciting in this project. So this is a little bit of the plan view and the logistics. This is the main road to Rio Viejo, Barranco de Loba. These are private roads that access the plant site, Mariana mine, and our different tunnels. We can access parallel veins really soon, and that's part of the development that we want this year to accelerate the bulk sample process and generate this non-dilutive cash flow. These are a summary of the results of the channel samples that we did on vein 1 or 2, and then there's no nugget effect, there's no spikes. They all average between half an ounce to 2 ounces per ton gold, consistently every 5 meter intervals or every 1 meter intervals. So it's lovely to have structures like this, and this proving the potential that Colombia has on the project, and we can expect that all these other parallel veins that we found, they behave the same. The Mariana mine is also sampled. This is where we're actually working on. We have a horizontal drift that connects the former shaft with the surface. We're going to access directly the second sub-level. Here are the numbers. We got 9 grams, 10 grams, 7 grams, 35 grams, 30 grams, 40 grams, 9, 25 elements. We're in the same ballpark as vein number 1 and 2, separated. The other samples is not the numbers are down because of the quality of the vein, it's because of the quality of the sample. The mine has been abandoned, so there's some weathering and rustiness of the rock, and that affects the sampling process. So this is the plant. It's custom made. We're not refurbishing an old equipment or an old artisanal setup. This is built to tailor our needs, and with minimal upgrades can be in a steady mining. We can switch from bulk sampling to mining and processing a steady 30 to 50 tons per day, literally in a heartbeat. Company pays a lot of attention to the local stakeholders, so we also engage the community. Social and community is very important in the areas of influence of our project. This doesn't generate press releases as well, but it's very important to keep the stakeholders happy, and then that can guarantee that we can continue our exploration activities without any inconvenience. Path forward, we raised 3 million this year. But we can complete 4 to 5 with self-generation of cash flow from the mine, and all the milestones are already achieved. So we completed the exploration. We're drilling. We are collating more targets. We have already processed all the LiDAR information, so we're in very good shape to just continue drilling at Torcha. That project is going on its own, nice and smoothly. So the company in the short term is going to entirely focus on Santa Barbara to get that bulk sample and revenue, particularly now that we're all seeing the start of a bear market. We don't want to be caught into that situation and find that we're drilling and we're running out of cash and there's no possibility to raise any additional cash in the short term. So if anybody has more specific questions, I'm happy to see him at the booth. Please pop by. I know this is only a 10-minute presentation. There's lots of things to talk about. So feel free. I'm around, and then we're going to be on PDAC, booth 2351. So find us, and I'll be happy to attend all of you. Thank you.